First strike. The Galactic Council's warships emerged from hyperspace like a swarm of metal locusts, their sleek hulls reflecting Earth's sun as they approached the seemingly defenseless planet. Admiral Helena Reeves stood aboard the bridge of the EDS Defiant, her weathered face illuminated by tactical displays, showing thousands of alien vessels advancing toward Earth's orbit. "They'd really thought we wouldn't notice them studying us all these years," she murmured, running a hand through her silver-streaked hair. Status of the quantum defense grid. Lieutenant Dmitry Volkov's fingers danced across his console. "QDG is at full power, Admiral. All 50 nodes are synchronized and waiting for your command. The Council ships haven't detected it." Of course they hadn't. The quantum defense grid had been humanity's best-kept secret for the past 3 decades, developed in underground facilities beneath the lunar surface. While the Council's observers watched Earth's apparent struggles with primitive rocket technology, humanity had quietly mastered quantum manipulation. The alien fleet's transmission cut through all frequencies. "Primitive species of Earth, this is High Commander Zextal of the Galactic Council Peacekeeping Force. Your rapid technological advancement has been deemed a threat to galactic stability. Submit to immediate containment and technological regression, or face extinction." Admiral Reeves allowed herself a small smile. "Send our response, Lieutenant." "Response sent, Admiral." "No." The Council ships launched their first wave of attacks. Plasma torpedoes and energy beams that could have reduced Earth's major cities to ash. But they never reached their targets. The quantum defense grid activated, revealing itself as an intricate web of energy that encompassed the entire planet. The alien weapons simply ceased to exist, their energy absorbed and redirected into the grid itself. By the void. The alien commander's voice crackled with disbelief. "Impossible. Their technology level was assessed at Class 3. This is Class 9 at minimum." "Launch Operation Prometheus," Reeves commanded, her voice steady despite the gravity of the moment. Throughout the solar system, hidden installations activated. What the Council had believed to be simple mining operations on Mars, Europa, and Titan revealed themselves as massive military facilities. Hundreds of Earth defense ships emerged from underground hangars and artificial asteroid bases. The Council fleet found itself surrounded. Earth's ships were smaller but incorporated technology that the Council had never seen before. Quantum-shifted hulls that could phase through enemy fire, temporal disruption beams that could disable alien ships without destroying them, and gravity manipulation systems that turned space itself into a weapon. "This is Admiral Helena Reeves of the Earth Defense Force," she broadcast to the alien fleet. "For centuries, your Council has manipulated developing civilizations, containing them, controlling them, deciding who gets to advance and who remains primitive. We knew you were watching, so we showed you what you expected to see while preparing for this day." The Council ships attempted to regroup, but Earth's forces had already begun their carefully planned attack. The quantum defense grid didn't just protect Earth. It created corridors of altered spacetime that Earth ships could use to outmaneuver their opponents. Council vessels found their weapon systems suddenly offline, their engines disabled by targeted quantum disruptions. "High Commander," Reeves continued, "your fleet is disabled. Your weapons are useless. You assumed we were primitive because we didn't develop along your expected technological path. You never considered that we might find our own way." Within 2 hours, half the Council fleet had been neutralized without a single ship being destroyed. Earth's forces had specifically designed their weapons to disable rather than destroy, demonstrating both their technological superiority and their humanity. Lieutenant Volkov's console lit up with new data. "Admiral, we're detecting quantum communication bursts between the Council ships. They're requesting withdrawal clearance from their high command." "The mighty Galactic Council, running from the primitives," Reeves observed. "Send this message to all Council vessels. You are welcome to retreat. But know this, Earth will no longer accept your authority. We are not your subjects to contain, and we are not alone in resisting your control. As the surviving Council ships fled through their hyperspace corridors, Admiral Reeves turned to her bridge crew. Send word to all Earth forces. Phase 1 is complete. Begin Phase 2, Operation Liberation. It's time to contact those other civilizations the Council has been suppressing. Let's show them there's another way. The battle for Earth was over, but the real war, the war for the freedom of all species, was just beginning. As Admiral Reeves watched the tactical displays track the retreating Council forces, she knew that humanity had just changed the galaxy forever. The age of the Council's dominance was ending, and a new era of true civilization was about to begin. Counteroffensive. Commander Raj Patel stood in a holographic war room aboard the EDS Hyperion, watching as thousands of data points tracked the Council's retreating forces. The massive display showed not just their military movements, but also the complex web of quantum communications they were frantically exchanging with their subordinate worlds. "They're panicking," Intelligence Officer Nadia Volkov remarked, her cybernetic eyes processing the data streams. The Council's never faced a defeat like this. Their entire system of control relies on their image of technological superiority. Patel nodded, his dark eyes reflecting the holographic light. "And we just shattered that image." Director Tanaka's infiltration units are in position. All 100 stealth ships are in place near the Council's major communications hubs, Nadia confirmed. They're ready to begin Operation Liberation's second phase. The plan had been decades in the making. While the Council watched Earth's visible technology, human quantum infiltration ships had been quietly mapping the galaxy's true political structure. They'd discovered hundreds of species being artificially held back, forced to depend on Council technology and restrictions. "Signal the infiltration fleet," Patel commanded. "Execute Protocol Prometheus." Across the galaxy, Earth's stealth ships activated their quantum broadcast arrays. The Council's supposedly unbreakable encryption crumbled as Earth's AI systems, developed in secret beneath the Pacific Ocean, broke through their quantum firewalls. On 1,000 worlds, beings of all species suddenly received direct proof of the Council's manipulation. "First responses coming in," Nadia announced, her cybernetic eyes flickering as she processed the incoming data. "The Centaurian Alliance is in open revolt. The Proxima colonies are requesting immediate contact. The Sirius Confederation. They're actually attacking Council installations." Patel allowed himself a grim smile. "Send in the support teams. Remember, we're not here to replace the Council as rulers. We're here to help these species reclaim their independence." The EDS Hyperion's quantum drives hummed to life as Earth's fastest ship moved to coordinate the galaxy-wide operation. Centuries of Council oppression were unraveling in hours as Earth demonstrated a different kind of power, the power of liberation. "Commander," Lieutenant Weizong's voice cut through the strategic discussions. "Multiple Council dreadnoughts emerging from hyperspace. They're targeting our allies." "Right on schedule," Patel responded calmly. "Deploy the quantum mirror defense." The Council's massive warships opened fire on the rebellious worlds, expecting to easily crush the uprising. Instead, their energy weapons encountered something unprecedented: perfect reflective quantum fields that sent their attacks right back at them. Decades of studying Council weapon signatures had allowed Earth to develop the ultimate defensive technology. "Broadcasting on all frequencies," Patel announced. "To all Council forces, your weapons cannot harm these worlds anymore. Your control is over. But we offer you a choice: continue serving a corrupt system, or join us in building something better." The results exceeded even their most optimistic projections. Entire Council battle groups began standing down. Ships crewed by species that had secretly chafed under Council rule for centuries turned on their commanders. The carefully maintained hierarchy was collapsing. "Sir," Nadia reported, her voice tight with excitement, "the Arcturus Coalition is requesting immediate military assistance. They're trying to free their research facilities from Council control. They say They say they've been forced to develop weapons for the Council for 300 years. Send in the Third Fleet, Patel ordered. Full technical support package. Show them how to disable the Council's control systems without destroying their own infrastructure. The War Room's displays told the story of a galaxy in transformation. Green lights representing liberated worlds spread like wildfire. Council Red retreated everywhere as Earth's quantum technology neutralized their advantages. But Patel knew the real victory wasn't military. It was proving there was a better way. Message from Admiral Reeves. Way announced. The Council's capital ships are converging on their core worlds. They're abandoning their outer territories to preserve their central authority. Classic Empire behavior, Patel observed. When they lose control, they withdraw to protect their power base. But they've already lost something more important than territory. They've lost their aura of invincibility. The Quantum Communications Network, free of Council restrictions for the first time, blazed with messages between formerly isolated species. Centuries of enforced separation ended as different civilizations began sharing their unique developments and discoveries. Sir, Nadia's voice carried a note of wonder. The Proxima scientists are already combining their biomechanical expertise with our quantum technology. They say they can increase our ship's efficiency by 300%. And that's exactly what the Council feared, Patel said. They knew if they allowed species to freely develop and cooperate, they'd lose their position at the top. They forgot that true strength comes from diversity and collaboration, not control and suppression. A new alert lit up the war room. The Council's Supreme Command was requesting direct communication with Earth's leadership. Their message was brief but historic. We wish to discuss terms. Patel shared a look with his officers. They all knew this wasn't the end. The Council wouldn't surrender their power easily. But Phase 2 of Operation Liberation was complete. The galaxy had seen that resistance was possible, that Earth's way offered freedom instead of submission. Send word to Admiral Reeves, he ordered. Tell her the board is set for Phase 3. And send this message to all our new allies. The Council wanted to keep us divided and dependent. Let's show them what we can achieve together. As the Hyperion's quantum drives spun up for their next deployment, Patel watched the galaxy map transform. The old order was dying, but something new and potentially wonderful was being born. Humanity hadn't just won a war, they'd sparked a revolution. The Great Deception. Strategic Director Yuki Tanaka walked through the massive data vault beneath Mount Fuji, holographic displays illuminating her path with centuries of human preparation. The vault, unknown even to most of Earth's leadership, contained humanity's greatest secret. They had known about the Council for over 300 years. Display Archive 7, she commanded. The air shimmered as footage from 1742 appeared, the first documented alien crash on Earth. But unlike official history, this ship hadn't been destroyed. It had been captured intact, its quantum database preserved. Director, her AI assistant Araya announced, the Council's inner circle has arrived for negotiations. They're waiting in the quantum conference chamber. Tanaka smiled. Perfect timing. Begin the revelation protocol. In the conference chamber, the Council's supreme leaders found themselves facing not just Earth's diplomatic team, but 3 centuries of their own secrets. Tanaka entered, her neural implants connecting directly with the room's systems. Distinguished representatives, she began, let me tell you a story about a crashed ship and a species that learned to be very, very patient. The holograms showed the truth, how humanity had discovered the Council's true nature through that ancient database, how they had spent centuries quietly preparing, showing the Council what they expected to see while developing in completely different directions. Your observation posts watched our rocket tests, Tanaka explained, while we perfected quantum tunneling. You monitored our nuclear programs while we mastered consciousness transfer. You tracked our satellite launches while we learned to manipulate the fabric of space-time itself. The Council leaders' alien faces showed expressions that translated well across species barriers: shock, disbelief, and growing fear. Earth hadn't just defeated their fleet. They had outmaneuvered a conspiracy spanning thousands of years. The revelations continued, and the galaxy would never be the same. Breaking the chain, Ambassador Marcus Addison stood on the bridge of the quantum diplomatic vessel EDS Unity, watching as representatives from 50 former Council worlds arrived for the first Galactic Freedom Summit. Each ship carried species that until recently had been forced to depend on Council technology and approval. The Arcturus delegation is requesting permission to share their full biotech database, his assistant reported. The Proxima scientists have already begun integrating it with our quantum systems. This was what the Council had feared most, not just defeat, but the unleashing of countless species potential. Every hour brought new combinations of technologies and ideas that had been deliberately kept separate. Ambassador, the ship's AI announced, we're detecting quantum signatures from beyond the galactic core. Multiple civilizations that the Council claimed were extinct. They're responding to our liberation beacon. Addison nodded. The chains were breaking everywhere now. The Council's perfect system was unraveling, replaced by something far more powerful, genuine cooperation between free species. The summit would forge new alliances that would reshape the galaxy forever. Dawn of Unity. Fleet Admiral Helena Reeves stood in the newly constructed Chamber of Harmony on Earth's moon, where representatives from over 1,000 species gathered to sign the Galactic Charter of Free Peoples. The Council's former headquarters had been transformed into a center of learning and cooperation. The last Council holdouts have surrendered, Commander Petal reported. Their final weapon facilities are being converted to research centers. Director Tanaka's integration teams are helping former Council worlds transition to independent governance. But the real victory wasn't in the military success or even the political transformation. It was in the explosion of progress that came after. Species that had been artificially held at pre-industrial levels were now sharing their unique insights into physics and philosophy. Civilizations that had been forced to focus solely on military technology were revealing incredible medical and artistic achievements they'd had to keep hidden. We didn't just beat them, Reeves observed, watching ships of all shapes and sizes moving freely through Earth's space. We proved them wrong. They thought control was the only way to maintain peace. We showed them that freedom and cooperation make us all stronger. The new Galactic Alliance wasn't built on dominance or fear. It was founded on a simple principle that humanity had learned through its own long history. True civilization comes not from control, but from the free exchange of ideas and the celebration of differences.